I bought an iPhone 13 Pro, and we're going to get into unboxing it. We're going to go over it. I'm going to show you my setup on it. And this video is just going to be an all-around tour of an iPhone 13 Pro. Before we do that, we're going to go over my 12 because I need to reset this phone. I need to talk about it, and I need to take all these cases and screen protectors off of it because I am returning this phone to AT&T. The reason I got the 13 Pro is I've had many issues with my 12 lately with dropping reception and stuff like that, and I just got sick of it. So I went to AT&T and found out since I have an AT&T Next Up plan, I could get $500 off the iPhone 13 Pro and get the, or $500 off the 13 Pro and get it by turning this phone in. And basically what Next Up is, you pay off half of your existing device, send it back to AT&T and get a new one after a year. And I couldn't pass up that offer because I needed it. So we're also going to go over some things I liked about this 12 over my 8 months of usage and some things I didn't like. I've had this phone for 8 to 9 months. It is still in very good condition. And yeah, so we're going to get the screen protector off and we're going to get to resetting it. Ooh, apparently it was cracked. So there's that off. Now, things I liked about this phone. The camera, honestly amazing on this phone. This thing had a very, very good camera. Even better on the 13 Pro. It also had good speakers. It had a good screen. I'm really glad they brought an AMOLED or an OLED to this phone. It had 5G, which was a really nice adoption. 5G is honestly awesome. It's so fast, so responsive, such good reception. It was the newest iPhone. It was pretty fast, but I did have some issues with it. It kept dropping calls in reception. It kept not getting data. It kept it just all around cellular with this phone. I've had a lot of issues with, and I've heard it's a common problem with the 12 series of phones. So that's something just to look out for if you are looking and buying one of these. They are good phones, but they do have that issue. Green tint, yeah, that's an issue too. This phone did have green tint. It also had this weird thing where if I'd have the phone on high brightness for a while, it would cause the, sorry, I'm adjusting my tripod, but it would cause like the contrast in the screen to be all messed up. Like these grays would be way washed out. It was weird, but overall, compared to my 11, I'd say this phone was very meh for usage. It was just a phone to me. It was an experience. My 11, that was an experience. I loved that phone to death. I loved maining it. I have another 11 now as a secondary iPhone, some of you may know. And that thing still gets better battery life than this. The battery life on this thing, it's not bad, but it's not amazing either. It's reasonable, but the 11 had knock out of the park battery. And that's another thing why I ordered this. Amazing battery life. So we're going to go in and reset this thing. Not shut down. I am going to have to activate my new phone via AT&T, obviously. I don't exactly know how to do that, but apparently it's online now, so I'll just do that. So reset all settings. I'm going to type in my passcode and my Apple ID because it is going to need me to do that. Oh. I really hope I had Find My iPhone turned on this thing because it just let me reset it without even, oh, well, I had to type in my iPhone password, so that might be it. So we're going to set that aside and let it reset. Let's get to this. I've been anticipating this moment since September 26th when I actually bought the phone. They had to order it. I went into the AT&T store, but they had to order it because they were completely out of stock. And I did get the silver. This is a 128 gigabyte phone. I didn't get the 256. I just didn't see it necessary, honestly. I don't use that much storage, and the Pro Motion or Pro XDR 4K, yeah, I record in 1080p anyway. I'm never going to use that. And I don't record on that phone. I record on my iPhone 11, which I am right now. I won't be recording on this, YouTube-wise. But, ooh, I probably shouldn't show that. But we're going to pull these pull tabs. That's another thing Apple's done this year, trying to get rid of all plastic. Which I do like that they're doing that, but the whole thing with them getting rid of the charger is really, really stupid. Like, they didn't need to get rid of the charging brick just to do this. But I dealt with that issue on the 11 or the 12 last year. Oh. It didn't actually reset my phone. Maybe I hit the wrong thing. Reset. Oh, that's what it was. Erase all content and settings. Erase. skip backup. Yeah, now it's asking me for the turn off activation lock. Yeah, but yeah, I just hit the wrong thing. And I don't back up my phones. I'm going to set this phone up stock. That's what I do with all of my devices. Just, I don't know. I prefer to do it that way. Okay, so that's doing its thing now. We're going to pull this last pull tab. Very satisfying as always. We're going to open the box. Holy crap, those cameras are big. Oh. Okay, sorry, I had to do one more thing. But, holy crap. That is a massive camera bump. I did order a case and screen protector from AT&T. I just have to go to the store later and get those. I think I actually just got the email saying it's ready, but I could be wrong. But, so yeah, we're going to lift this phone out. Oh my God. I can't get over how big the cameras are. That's, oh wow. And they did move the power button down. I like that. That is much better placement. Let me compare it to my 12. Yeah, I like, that's a little lower. It's honestly really nice. In this silver color, man. Oh, that is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And then also in the box, you just get other stuff. I believe there is a SIM card preloaded in this phone, so I can just activate it via AT&T's website. There is, yes. So that's all good there. So now we're going to pull the screen peel and I'm going to shut up so you guys can listen. Yeah, that's very nice. And the notch is smaller too. Oh, this is awesome. We're going to turn it on. Ooh, the buttons feel super responsive. And all this is turning on. I'm just curious. No. No, I can't even use my, yeah, I can't even use my 12 case until I go to the AT&T store. So I'm really hoping that email I just got was that. Okay, so, oh my, this is my first time having a phone with 120 hertz, and honestly, oh, wow. Okay, so I'm actually not going to set this phone up yet. I need to go to AT&T's website and activate it. This just finished resetting. So I need to do that now, and I will get back to you guys when I have it fully set up and I have the case and screen protector on it. Okay, so it's actually a day later. Unfortunately, I had issues with AT&T getting back to me about my curbside pickup order. They didn't complete it until 7 hours later, aka, or 17 hours later, aka the next day, unfortunately. But I just found it minorly annoying. It's like, you know, if people make mobile orders, you should acknowledge them, not leave them waiting. I get it if you're busy and stuff like that, but at the same time, you are a big company. You're supposed to be acknowledging these people too. But enough about that. I got the case and screen protector, so it's not that big of a deal. I got it a few hours today, a few hours earlier. So yeah, so we're just going to get into the case and screen protector I chose, and then we're going to show the setup I have on this phone. So starting off, this is just a spec case. It's a spec clear case. I just got it because it was $23 with the 40% off I got. So that's nice. It's a pretty nice clear case, honestly. I don't know how long I'm going to have this on because at some point I'm going to have an OtterBox Symmetry for it. Just because that's my go-to case for an iPhone. And this is just a hard plastic case. It's going to get scratched and stuff like that. But I'm going to try to avoid scratching it. And then the screen protector, this is just a AT&T branded screen protector because if you break it, they replace it. So I thought, might as well go with it. It was the cheapest screen protector at AT&T as well. I did try Walmart and Target. Neither of them had any accessories for the iPhone 13 or 13 Pro yet. Target was the only one that did, but they only had a case, which was an Apple case, and I wasn't spending $60 on a thin piece of silicone. So I just went with this for now. So we're going to get into my setup tour on it. I'm just going to make sure I have no notifications. I'm also going to turn on Do Not Disturb really quickly. Okay. Oh, actually, that didn't do what I wanted it to. Okay. So starting off, I have the normal iPhone 13 Pro wallpaper. I honestly just really like the purple aesthetic with the front of the phone and then the silver on the back. It just looks nice to me. This is actually the same setup for my iPhone 12, pretty much. just because I was used to it at this point, and I honestly really like how it looks. So I have a weather widget here along with a battery widget. And the battery life on this phone is amazing. I have been using this thing pretty medium to heavy usage since about 10 in the morning. It's 7:45 at night, still on 66%. Did not charge it besides last night. Amazing battery life on this phone. Genuinely amazing battery life. I could not have asked for any better. So I'm very happy with that. And the 128, I just completely forgot what it's called. 120 hertz refresh rate. So good. It's so freaking smooth. I've wanted this feature on an iPhone for a while, and this is actually my first phone I've had with 120 hertz. So it's pretty cool to see. It's pretty cool to use. I very much like this. So yeah, I have the weather and battery widget here because if I have like headphones or my Apple Watch, it'll also show up here, not just the phone's battery. Even though I don't really pay attention to the battery life on this phone anyway, because it's so good. I would end up just waiting until it says low battery to charge it, which I did on my 12 as well. But I also, so just my app layouts. At the phone, I have phone and FaceTime at the top. It's just, like I said, this is what I'm used to. So this is what I like having as this. And then I have the photos and camera. Then I have calendar, clock, Google Photos, Google Maps. I put the apps on this screen that I'm going to need quick access to, and along with down there. Because these are just apps I don't want to have in folders and go looking around for them. Because these are apps I actually use quite a bit. And then Find My, I don't use that as much. I just wanted it on this page. Calculator, weather, contacts, notes, Safari, Gmail, Google, App Store settings. And then down here I just have iMessage, Instagram, Snapchat, and Spotify. And then moving on to this page, this is actually where I have most of my apps. This is all stuff for school, XVPN, because occasionally I'll need a VPN for school. Google Translate, Socratic, which is basically just an app where you can show the question, like take a picture of the question, and it will give you an answer. It's just easier than typing it out on Google. Remind, so that's for like school notifications when assignments are due, stuff like that. Google Classroom, I'm sure we all know what that's used for. Team Builder, that's something for my gym workouts, because I'm normally in the weight room working out. Speed Test, this is also a utilities folder, by the way. It's not just school. I just have my school stuff on this page, but Speed Test is not that. That's obviously a Wi-Fi speed test. Google Calendar, that's actually another thing for school because I get more reminders for assignments on Google Calendar. On this page, I just have some other utility apps and stuff that I basically never use. And then that's actually my work folder. I mean, there's nothing specific in there that I don't want you guys seeing. It's just work stuff. It's nothing very important or anything like that. Then here I have my food apps because I use Grubhub occasionally to order food. And then at the same time, all these food apps, I have like perks on and I get discounted food, free food, special deals and stuff like that. So every time I go to those restaurants, I just open the app and see what deals I have. And then it's also easier if I'm just mobile ordering the food. And if there's any apps I miss here, I'll go and download them if I am going to mobile order something. But these are just the ones I've used so far, so I have them on there because there's a chance I'm going to go back to those places. And then money, this is just stuff from my bank and stuff like that. And AAA, because I have that on my car. Speedway, because that's a gas station near me. And I do use the Honey app, actually, for discounts on stuff. The coupon codes have actually came in clutch a few times. It's actually a really nice app to have. Then here I have music. SoundCloud, I don't even use that anymore. I just have it because, like, for unreleased songs if I'm listening to them. SoundTouch, that's actually Bose SoundTouch. That is for my Wi-Fi speaker. I actually have a really nice Bose Wi-Fi speaker, but I need to use it more. I barely even use it at this point. And then Apple Music, don't use that either. I use Spotify, but I still have it on the phone. And then entertainment, I have Apple TV, which I actually have a free year of. I got it with my 12. Peacock, that is another streaming service. It's like, I think it's all NBC shows, so like The Office, stuff like that. They're all on there. That's basically the main thing I use for TV watching. I also have a free subscription to Hulu right now, like a free month trial. because I'm rewatching Brooklyn Nine-Nine. If you haven't seen that show, I suggest watching it. I love that show. But yeah, a lot of my streaming comes from Peacock and occasionally Hulu. And then the Xbox app, I do have an Xbox. I don't use it anymore, but I just have the app on there in case someone does message me on there. Then I have YouTube. Obviously, I'm going to be watching YouTube. Not necessarily on this phone, but sometimes I will. And then here I have my shopping apps. I have Walmart, Target, Best Buy, Apple Store, Amazon, eBay, and Mercari. I actually do sell on Mercari. I'm pretty sure I've showed this before. But yeah, that's my selling page on Mercari if you guys want to check it out ever. And then in here is like my social media stuff, Facebook, Facebook Messenger, Reddit, Discord, Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube Studio. And a lot of these I just have personal accounts for. I don't have any YouTube-based accounts. I do have, and those accounts that are like my personal accounts, those are like private. That's not something I share all over the internet. But I do actually have a specific Instagram, and I just got logged out. But I have a specific Instagram for this channel. I rarely ever post on there, but I do occasionally. I'm going to sign into it really quick if I can, because I want to show it to you guys, just in case you want to go over, give me a follow. I do actually respond to DMs on there occasionally, so if you guys ever wanted to get in touch with me, you had a question, I will try to answer that as quick as possible. For some reason I did get logged out of it, but it's basically just DeJureYT. So yeah, that's pretty much my entire phone setup. If you guys did enjoy this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. And I do actually plan to be uploading more now, I hope. So I'm sorry I didn't upload for a month or something like that. And I believe we also hit 1,600 subscribers, so that is also awesome. Thank you guys so much for that. Like I've said before, I love growing this channel. I love uploading to this channel. It just means a lot that you guys support me in what I do. So yeah, see you guys next time.